What's going on, guys? This is Miasin. So today I will be doing kind of a rant on something that has been bothering me for the past years. I want to say not even months, honestly. It's been a very recurrent problem that a lot of people, including literally 100% of my friends, are completely agreeing with me. So before this video starts, make sure you like and subscribe. Check me out on Twitch and Instagram. Now let's jump right into it. So the Power of the Elements set has been introduced, well, rather announced for the TCG, which changes absolutely nothing for in our lives. But now we know for a fact that it will be out in August, which is in like 10 billion years. So, wow, I'm so excited. Can't wait to wait for so long. A lot of irrelevant things. So, brand new cards that will help you summon out, blah, blah, blah. Who cares? We already knew about that. The new Earth Fairy theme. We also already knew about that. And then legacy support for themes from the Grand Curator, Dimension Force, and more. This is just absolutely nothing new, and it means nothing to anyone who's done just a very minimal amount of research on the OCG, so this will never hype anyone. I think it almost shouldn't even be a part of the announcement. This should be like added last minute rather than before we even know what cards will be out and after the OCG announcement, but whatever. Alright, this is kind of the only news that we got. So, brand new world premiere theme focusing on an unexpected type of monster. I actually have two problems with this. First of all, what the frick does unexpected type of monster mean? And second of all, why another freaking TCG exclusive? Bro, we have like 10 billion and they all suck. Like, literally, this makes no freaking sense. Like, I feel like the last time we got one was like 3 months ago, and it was absolute dog shit, and it's just not even getting support anymore. So why focus on creating more TCG exclusives that people will never play instead of revamping the old ones? And that's basically the main topic of today's video, because I feel like all the new themes are literally 100% dead content. So it's a waste of time for Konami. Big loss of motivation for people who really want to take those TCG exclusives seriously, because every single time we think, oh, this might be a long-term investment that will really pay you in, you know, the long run, maybe in a couple of months, this deck will become so much better. But now we almost have the guarantee that every single time there's a new TCG exclusive, it's going to get maybe 2 waves of support, maybe 3 if you're super lucky, and then become absolutely unplayable, well, maintain its unplayability state, and it'll never get more support. And I do have examples to kind of, you know, prove my point. So this is Beetrooper, for example. It had literally 2 waves of support, Dawn of Majesty and Burst of Destiny. I remember that only one of them was playable, and it was the first one, so I think that was Dawn of Majesty, yes. And Burst of Destiny, which was the second wave of support, was absolute ass cheeks. Like, it was the one with like the big fusion. 4 insect monsters, good luck getting there. So yeah, Burst of Destiny, absolute trash. Dawn of Majesty, I mean, whatever. And Beetrooper is that kind of deck that is only really good because we allow the deck to be good by making it play with like annoying cards like DPE, Artifact Dagdas, stuff like that. So if you just ban all the annoying staples, Beetrooper is not the kind of deck that'll be like unfair. So I don't know. And it's also a little whack. Yeah, it needs to be played more as a Beetrooper deck and not really as like an insect combo deck to like abuse all the cards that the other decks are playing. So that is my problem with Beetrooper. And now Time Thief, one of the biggest disappointments ever, because it started off being very, very, very good and very, very fun. But now I feel like Time Thief as an actual deck is almost unplayable, and we are expected to play Time Thief as an engine rather, which I'm not really down for. Like, obviously Time Thief Redo are so good that you can play that card in like any deck that can make rank 4s, especially with like Shade Brigandine and stuff like that. But even without it, it still has, you know, a lot of potential. But if you're really trying to play pure Time Thief, you kind of just can't, because you're at Konami's mercy and you really have to wait until they give you support, because otherwise your deck is going to break like there is no freaking tomorrow, and there is not much that you can do about it. So it got support in Ignition Assault, Savage Strike, and a little bit in Ghost from the Past. I think it was like 2 new cards. So Time Thief Adjuster and the Barrel whatever that sucked anyways. We're not playing that, and these were reprints, so nobody cares about that. But yeah, 2.5 sets, really, bro? Just so frustrating. Again, this deck was in such a good direction, and that's the reason why I'm just not super happy. Gym Mirror, I want to say that's like one of the worst ones. There's literally no potential in that one, and everybody even forgot of its existence, and it's not the kind of deck that became better with OZG guards either. I'm saying that because some decks literally became good practically only because of OCG support, and I'm doing a reference to Subterror and Spiral. Subterror became better because of Guru, making, you know, the Hidden City like a 1-card combo, And Spiral became better because of Double Helix, which allowed you to like full combo with like 2 cards, make billions of negates. But this deck literally always stayed garbage, and that's just very frustrating. Warrock, I mean, this is almost like a meme at this point. Yeah, this is the worst TCG exclusive in the history of Yu-Gi-Oh! Literally zero potential, and again, all the new waves of support are back-to-back garbage, and we're not going to get the Spiral treatment. I don't think so, because the Spiral cards, at least, they were still kind of good even before Double Helix. It's just that you were looking at them and you were like, they just do not really have enough synergy with each other. Like, how do you really abuse Master Plan? It kind of looks too hard. There's not enough searching. But as soon as we got Double Helix, we're like, okay, now with only 2 cards instead of like 7 cards, you get to play the game. Whereas Warrock, there is no cohesion at all. There is just no synergy in between Warrock and anything that you can play with it. So yeah, just absolute dog shit. And again, I'm repeating the same arguments because I don't like the fact that Konami is focusing on quantity in terms of the TCG exclusives that they're creating. I think they should be focusing on quality, so less TCG exclusives, but they give them more support. So now we're going to be looking at TCG exclusives that actually got more support than the other ones, and that's the reason why they became better. But I guess Mutant is like the final one that I really wanted to cover in the kind of bad sets, bad TCG exclusive rather. So Phantom Rage, Battle of Chaos, that's it, that's all. Absolute pathetic. And now Spiral, okay, so you can already see that it got 5 waves of support, which is infinitely better than everything that I showcased before. So yeah, just support the deck for longer and it'll always be better. And it was actually in 5 core sets. So the Dark Illusion, Invasion Vengeance, Raging Tempest, Maximum Crisis, and Circuit Break. No wonder the deck is super terrifying. And now Subterror, also not really shocked here. It was literally the exact same as Spiral because it was, you know, a TCG exclusive created exactly at the same time as Spiral. Konami actually told us that Subterror was going to be the control version of the new TCG exclusive, whereas Spiral would be the more aggressive combo build, and that's exactly what ended up happening. These are the really sick ones. So Cosmo, this is the kind of deck that also became very playable with literally just the first wave of support, which was in Clash of Rebellion. So we got the Forerunner, Farm Girl, and a couple more cards. So Emergency Teleport was still very, very good. So summoning, you know, the Farm Girl dealing damage would be game. Forerunner was like really hard to out, and then it became even more broken right after. Dimension of Chaos introduced one of the best cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! Back in the days, which was Cosmo Dark Destroyer, which single-handedly made Cosmo Tier 1, and the deck became even better with Breakers of Shadow, significantly increasing the consistency by introducing Cosmo Tinkan, and Shining Victories made it a little better by introducing Dark Lady, but it wasn't like that big. So see how, again, all these 4 sets made the deck progressively better. Clash of Rebellions immediately starts off by being in a very good position. Dimension of Chaos, it becomes broken. Breakers of Shadow, consistency boost. Shining Victories, small boost. I actually think this is how TCG exclusives that Konami really respects should actually be treated. So always start off by being relatively decent right off the bat, with like enough cards to make it at least so that there is potential and that you know that Konami is going to give them more support, or that you can straight up, like I said, play right off the bat. And then the second wave of support should literally be broken, almost. And then the third one, just a consistency boost, but not really a power boost. And the fourth one should never be, like, too big. Now, Burning Abyss is also quite similar, but Burning Abyss literally has the world record of the best TCG exclusive literally created in the history of Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelist Alliance, yeah, definitely made Burning Abyss already a very terrifying deck right off the bat, with Skarm, Graph, and Seer, which already worked very well with Tour Guide, and Dante was also very, very good, so you could play a lot of trap cards in your deck. And then, of course, the new challengers, I believe that's the set that introduced the Infernoids, and that also introduced the Farfa and stuff like that. I just want to double check. No, even more El Shaddai monsters, the fusion monsters. So yeah, Rubik, Alec, Calcab, Virgil, Fire Lake, all those cards. So yeah, the deck definitely became much better. And then Secrets of Eternity. No, sorry, that is the set that introduced the Infernoids. Oh my god, that was definitely the set with Farfa as well. So that was, yeah, Farfa, Libic, Kagna, Malakoda. That's how basically Burning Abyss became so much better over time. Whereas I feel like, again, all those newer TCG exclusives, they they get their first wave of support that can be decent, and then all the waves of support after will never be any better than the first one. So yeah, just to recap, my, I guess, advice to Konami should be to focus on quality and longevity of those TCG exclusives, because like I said, if you don't want them, if you make them really, really bad, what's gonna happen is that people are not even going to care about them because they know in advance that they will never be good long-term investments. So I don't know how you guys actually feel about this topic. Let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys very soon. Peace.